Hey guys, it's Goes Pro here, back with our next quick build video in League of Legends. Today we're going to be discussing the champion Kha'Zix. Very good champion, one of my favorite tops. He's probably one of my mains, along with Gangplank, the champion we covered in the first video. But enough with that, let's get started. Going to be finding Kha'Zix now. Here he is. Relatively high attack power. Pretty good attack power. AP, a bit of AP. Some of his abilities, sorry, do use AP, so that's why he's got quite a lot there. Difficulty, he is relatively hard to play. He is a very strong champion, but he is pretty hard to play just because his abilities, they're all skill shots. So it's just hard to hit abilities sometimes. Melee, assassin, stealth, jungler. He can go in many lanes. He can go top, mid, and jungle. I wouldn't really suggest the bot lane just because I don't really think he's suited for that. But yeah, moving on to his abilities now. First we have his Unseen Threat, which is his passive. When Kha'Zix is not visible to an enemy team, he gains Unseen Threat, causing his next basic attack against an enemy champion to deal bonus magic damage and slow. So yeah, that's just pretty much like Rengar's thing, where he can jump from them when he's in a bush or when he's unseen. It's like when he turns invisible with his ulti, his next basic attack will deal more damage, or when he can't be seen, his next basic attack will deal more damage. Whoops, I accidentally exited out there, sorry guys. Next we have his Q, which is Taste Their Fear. Kha'Zix passively marks enemies that are isolated from nearby allies. Taste Their Fear deals damage to a single target, damage increased on isolated targets. So this is pretty much what it is. As you can see, Rengar there is alone in the video. So if the enemy is alone, then your Q will deal more damage. So it's really useful. They don't have to be alone for it to deal damage though. You can use it just whenever you want, but it just does more damage when they are solitary or isolated. But really good ability. I like to get that first. I don't max it out first though. I use this to farm minions when they're low. It's pretty useful. Very, very useful, and does a lot of damage when it's isolated though. Now with his W, this is Void Spike. Kha'Zix fires exploding spikes that slow and deal physical damage to all nearby allies. To all nearby enemies, I should say. Kha'Zix is healed if he is also within the explosion radius. Now, this is really good. This is the ability that you should be maxing out first. It does heal him, so like if he is close to the enemy that he hits, it will heal him for a slight amount. That the heal scales off AP. That's why he has some AP in his overview there, because his the heal on his W scales off AP. It does a lot of damage though. Like the actual damage it does is physical, so don't build Kha'Zix AP. I wouldn't suggest it. But yeah, pretty straightforward there. It is a skill shot, so you have to be careful when aiming it. But yeah, now moving on to his E, which is his leap. Kha'Zix leaps to an area, dealing physical damage upon landing. So yeah, this is pretty much his initiation. Not pretty straightforward. You just click into an area, deals damage in an AoE, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So pretty straightforward there. You just jump into the enemy and initiate. Now moving on to his R, which is Void Assault. Each rank allows Kha'Zix to evolve one of his abilities. By rank, it means whenever you upgrade your ulti, giving it a unique additional effect. When activated, Void Assault Stealth Kha'Zix triggers Unseen Threat, which is his passive, and increases movement speed. So the passive, the ultimate itself, when you activate it, it makes you invisible for 1 second. You can activate it 2 times. So you activate it once, go invisible, and then you can activate it again and go invisible again within that time. And so what it means by evolve one of his abilities is whenever you get your R, it gives you a choice to upgrade either your Q, W, E, or R. When you upgrade your Q, it deals more damage when they're alone, and it also has a bigger radius so that you can use Q from farther away. So that's pretty much what it does. When you evolve your W, which is your Void Spike, it will have 3 spikes instead of 1, and also it will just deal more damage and heal you for more. So pretty much just an uber buff for each of the abilities. And when you upgrade his leap, it just increases the distance. So yeah, pretty straightforward there with his evolutions. Just makes him pretty much more overpowered. But yeah, pretty good. Now moving on to his masteries. This is what I like to take for my top laners. 25 in the offense, 5 in the defense, getting in the defense health regen and extra health. And then in the offense, getting cooldown, attack speed, physical armor pen, and extra damage, pretty much crit chance, and yeah, increased damage. So pretty good there, pretty straightforward. Now the build that I like to get with him, I'll start with a longsword in 2 pots. That's what I like to start with. I will get cooldown boots. You can get whatever really boots you want, but I just like to get cooldown boots on him because I just find them useful for you know, just being able to use abilities more. Then I would get as my first small item a Tear of the Goddess. That is because Kha'Zix is pretty mana heavy because you're always going to be spamming his abilities, and you just use that Tear to get the extra mana whenever you use an ability. So that's really good. Also, I'll build that Tear into a Manamune later in the game. Sorry, I'm just gonna send a message to my friend here. Sorry, just wait for me. Yes, I am doing a video. Sorry guys. And so after that, I will build the longsword into a brutalizer. Seeing what he says. Okay. I'll build that longsword into a brutalizer, but I will not. I'll just keep that brutalizer the same for a while. And then build my first item as a Bloodthirster. So you'll be getting those boots, the Tear, the brutalizer, and then that Bloodthirster. After I finish that, I will build the brutalizer into a Black Cleaver. Those being my first 2 main items, I should say. After that Black Cleaver, I will then get a Last Whisper, because that will mean all of my abilities, whether my Q or W, will just have extra damage through that armor penetration. After this, it's relatively situational. By the time I get my Last Whisper, I'll usually have full stacks on my Tear, so I'll build into a Manamune and get that Maramana upgrade. So that'll be your 4 items that you mainly get, your 4 main items being the Bloodthirster, Black Cleaver, Last Whisper, and Manamune. You have 1 item after that, I'm pretty sure, yet 1 item to be able to get. You can pretty much do this whatever you want. I will usually get a Frozen Mallet if no one else in my team does, or a more of Malmortius if I just need some more magic resist. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my Kha'Zix guide. Relatively straightforward with the build. You're just going to get some damage and some armor pen, making sure that you just always use your abilities and always hit them just so that you can deal maximum damage. But yeah, pretty good build there. I find I always win. My match history, sorry, with Kha'Zix has been pretty good. A victory with Kha'Zix, 13-2. 7 and 8. I was playing a game with some friends there, but they had a very, very good jungler. And then 1 and 8, and then so I've had some other games before him. I think I went a game with I went 21, 4 and 13 with Kha'Zix. But yeah, I like that build. That's my favorite build for him. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.